The holidays for many people are all about gathering and getting together. A lot of kids at home asked about being able to see their relatives this year. Take a look.
Can I see my cousins over the holidays?
When will we be able to hug our families again?
We haven't been able to give our grandmas hugs since COVID started. Can we go see them at Christmas and give them 100 hugs?
Oh, that little boy wants to give his grandma 100 hugs, Dr. Fauci. That's tough for a lot of families right now. What's your advice?
You know, it really depends. I think if you're in the immediate household and it's part of the household and it's not someone who's maybe coming in and traveling, when you're in the household with your mother, your father, and even your grandparents, yeah, you can give them hugs. We're concerned about close contact, particularly without masks, when you have people who are not within the immediate household. That's the reason why we say over the holidays, you can see friends and family, but you've got to be careful, particularly with the wearing of masks. You don't want people to feel they can't hug the ones they loved. If you're with that person in the house every day, all the time, there's really not a problem. We're concerned about traveling. When people come from a far distance, they're in an airport or in the train station, and then you come into the house, you want to be careful about that. I know it's tough. You want to hug the ones you loved, but you have to be careful.
Dr. Fauci, there's a lot of hope out there because Americans have started getting the coronavirus vaccine. And we have an important question from some curious kids about that.
Will the vaccine be safe and available for kids?
When do you think a kid my age will be able to take the vaccine?
Well, what about that, Dr. Fauci, kids and the vaccine?
Well, it's been an important tradition to preserve the safety of children. We're very concerned that we want to make sure we emphasize the safety of vaccines. So when you get a new vaccine, you generally want to show the safety and the efficacy in an adult population. Once you do, then you start doing trials, maybe a couple of months later, in the children so that you can quickly as possible get them the vaccine. So the reason why you're not hearing about our vaccinating children right now is because we want to wait a month or two. We're looking at January, we're going to start some trials in children. We'll start with children who are a bit older and work our way down so that hopefully within a few months, we'll be able to tell children what I know we'll be able to say: the vaccine is safe and effective in you, and we're anxious to get you vaccinated. So just hang in there, a couple of more months, and we'll be in good shape.
That is good to hear. Elmo also has something to say, Dr. Fauci. Let's check in with him.
Hi, Dr. Fauci. Can you answer Elmo's friend's question?
Will the COVID-19 vaccine make COVID disappear?
Will the new shots help the world get better? I miss playing sports and seeing my friends at school.
Is a shot a big needle or a little needle? And is it in your arm or will it hurt?
And we also want to know, will the shot help everything go back to normal so we can play with our friends again?
There is a lot to
That's great
unpack there.
questions.
A lot of good questions, kids. Okay, so first of all, let me start with the one that seems to bother children the most. You know, the vaccine shot is in the arm. It's a pinch, but the pinch lasts really a short time, literally in seconds. And I'll bet you that after you get vaccinated, when vaccines become available for children, you're going to say, you know, it wasn't that bad at all. I'll guarantee. Now, your question. What the ultimate goal of the vaccine is to do just what one of you had asked. It's to get rid of COVID-19 completely. And that's the reason why we want to get as many people as possible to get vaccinated, because once you get the overwhelming majority of the people vaccinated, the level of the virus is going to go down and down and down, and then it's going to turn out to be no problem. So you're going to be able to do all the things you've been asking me about. You're going to be able to hug, you're going to be able to kiss, you're going to be able to have fun with your family. But the only way we get there is if we get a broad acceptance of the vaccine. We hope that that's going to take place maybe over the next several months, because as vaccine starts to be given, as we get into the late spring and into the summer, we hope that if we can get back and chat with you, let's say maybe in the fall, in Halloween, and say, you know what, we're looking around, there's no more COVID-19, so we succeeded.
I look forward to that day. As you said, the shot probably won't hurt. Sanjay, you actually got the first of your 2 vaccines. Yes. It's a 2-dose vaccine. Is that an Elmo Band-Aid that you're wearing?
Yes, it is.
I love it.
It's an Elmo Band-Aid, and I have my little Elmo doll even, because, you know, sometimes you need just a little bit of help to get through these things. But, you know, it's just as Dr. Fauci said, I honestly speaking, it really didn't hurt a bit. In fact, when I was getting the shot, I didn't actually even realize that the shot was already completed. I was sort of waiting for it, and then they said, you're already done. Just being honest here. So if you're worried about the pinch at all that Dr. Fauci's talking about, it's really pretty minor.
That is great news. I know there are some kids, too, who are wondering, does it have to be a shot, or maybe could it be something else? I know sometimes when my kids were little, they would get the flu vaccine. There was a mist in their nose. Dr. Fauci, is there a chance that there could be a different way to eventually get the vaccine?
Ultimately, that could be the case. But right now, all of the vaccine candidates that are being tested and the ones that have already been approved are all with the needle. But in the future, when we look at a couple of years, when we want to make sure we get people to be able to have vaccine, hopefully a couple of years from now, it won't even be a problem. But in case we do, almost certainly there'll be different versions of the vaccine that will be developed, likely some of the ones that are the flu mist type that we do with influenza. But right now, those types of vaccines are not available.
This winter and the next few months are going to be challenging. But you know what? I'm pretty hopeful with the vaccines on the way that we are going to get through this.
Yeah, there really is help on the way.
Yeah.
I am here! Help is here!
Super Grover?
Yes, it is I! Your helpful, healthy hero, Super Grover! Sorry I am late, Dr. Sanjay and Miss Erica. I was all wrapped up saving Christmas again.
Oh, that's okay, Super Grover. We were just telling everybody that a vaccine is being made that will help protect us all from the spread of coronavirus.
Ah, yes, of course, a vaccine, which is a fancy name for a vacuum cleaner.
No, not quite, Super Grover. You know, a vaccine is actually a weakened form of the virus, or a part of the virus, that can help our body build up its defenses by teaching your body's germ fighters, known as antibodies, how to defeat the virus.
Yeah, our bodies are actually great at protecting us, but sometimes they need a little extra help, and that's why we take vaccines.
That's right.
Yes, exactly what I was going to say. A vaccine is a little superhero boost to your body.
There you go. You know, we've had so many questions about the vaccine, so let's jump right in with this question from 7-year-old Dallas in Maryland.
How do they make the COVID-19 vaccine, and how does it protect people from getting the virus?
I will take this one. Do not worry, Dallas. I, Super Grover, am personally making the vaccine. Now, where did I put my hammer and tool belt?
Super Grover, that is not how you make a vaccine.
It is not?
No. You know, there are teams of scientists all over the world right now that have been working around the clock to create these vaccines. It's just amazing work. And vaccines are usually these liquids that you take like a medicine, sometimes like a shot. But unlike a medicine, you actually take the vaccine to keep yourself from getting sick in the first place. Now, there are many different kinds of vaccines to fight germs, and scientists have been working really hard to find the perfect combination of ingredients, specifically to fight this coronavirus. Now, once they make that best recipe, they create millions and millions of doses for people to take. Then, when you get a vaccine, it sends a message to your body. It tells your body to look out, because there's a new bad guy in town. And this time, the germ is wearing a crown. Looks something like this. So when your body sees this, it's going to be ready to fight those bad guys off.
Exactly what I was going to say, Dr. Sanjay. And people are probably wondering how they will be getting the vaccine. Well, we will be using cute little carrier pigeons to ship the vaccine to
Super
all
Grover,
of the people all around.
I don't think that's actually how it's going to work.
No, not quite, Grover. Not quite. Vaccines usually have to be kept in the fridge, like milk or eggs. This is the way you keep them fresh. Now, some of these new coronavirus vaccines have to be kept at temperatures colder than the South Pole.
You will want to wear your ugly holiday sweater when handling those vaccines.
You know what, Grover? I am really proud of all the hard work the scientists and healthcare professionals have put into developing this vaccine. It really does give me hope for a healthier 2021.
Me too, Dr. Sanjay. They are all heroes. Now, if you will excuse me, I need to hang the stockings with care, shovel some driveways, and do a little last-minute online holiday shopping. Up, up, and away!
Oh. Are you okay, Super Grover?
Yes, but I think I will hitch a ride with a reindeer. Rudolph! Blitzen!